What's up? I'm gonna wait till it pile up a little bit. I don't want nobody to miss anything. Uh, I'll be piecing together, some videos and stuff on my YouTube channel. Stuff leading up into the fight, of course, the actual fight and things like that. But yeah, I'm gonna give y'all a little background because I know most people know the nice football playing, sweet, ain't shit sweet though, Roderick or whatever. But since I graduated, little points in time, I've had to not really change, but it just deviated a little bit away from that, or could deviate at times away from that. I'm still that person though. But yeah, I'm gonna wait for it to pile up, so I don't have to repeat too much. I'm just chilling at the moment. I can't see who all on here, so the more that come on here, I'll start talking after a while. Until then, y'all let me know how many of y'all going to the fight and stuff. Y'all know this is my first time putting on the gloves. Not my first time fighting. My first time putting on the gloves. Okay. My cousin Ray Sean, I see you on there. I had this dude comment and say, the dude I was fighting, on his post, niggas commenting and be like, oh, they hyping him up, talking about, oh, beat him up, or, something. And then somebody commented, oh, in his hometown too, or something. And I ain't touched nothing else, but I had to laugh at that one or whatever, because for one, you're not gonna beat me. Two, definitely not gonna do me bad. And three, you definitely not putting me on my ass in front of my people. And my shit, you are sick. Right. I see you, Trey. What's up, Robert? I'm about to start talking in a minute. Give a quick little rundown. But yeah, that shit just funny. A lot of people don't understand that people trying to hype other people up is gonna fuck around and get the other person hyped too. You don't want to get me hyped. And my mama might go too. I've never fought in front of my mama. Never. My mama in that crowd is over with. Oh my goodness. I told my mama I was doing it. She acted like she was worried. I said, Mama, what you worried about? And she was just shaking her head. I said, Mama, you act like you haven't heard about me in these streets or whatever. You know I can fight. She was like, oh, it's not about that, blah, blah, blah. I was like, well, tell me what it's about, because if it's fighting, I ain't worried about nothing at all. And you shouldn't be either. And don't worry, I'm gonna get a little cut and shit before I go down there. I'm gonna be looking decent. Kick his fucking ass, teacher. Right, exactly. Trey was commenting that because I told him about our pep rally we had at East, and of course they wasn't used to no winning like that at Memorial and stuff. So we had a pep rally before our first playoff game, Brackenridge, and I think it was just for the teachers. We talked or whatever, we spoke, and then they asked, "Hey, do the teachers have anything to say?" Then I don't remember what teacher it was. If you watching this, I hope you raise your hand. But in the back of the crowd, all you could just hear is, "Whoop their ass" or some shit. I was like, "What? Y'all acting unusual." But yeah, they was hype. Okay, Britain. Okay, Charles. All right, I'm about to start talking in a minute. Let's see, y'all piling up on here. Okay, so growing up. Oh yeah, I'm glad Britain you popped up on here too. So growing up, it was like an unspoken thing in the family. You basically had to fight or know how to fight, right? So, with that being said, we used to spend the majority of our time, me and my brother Broderick, with our cousin Britton, Brandon, and Pete, or whatever. And I hope Mike Sharon is on here too, because we stayed at her house all the time. But anyways, besides being with them, and they was always, at least 3-4 years older than us. He's always play around, fighting or whatever, blah blah blah, and then comes the occasional got our chest caved in for no reason at all. But looking back on it, it helped us get tough and shit like that. And then I remember vaguely at a young age, probably 5 or 6, something like that, they used to take us down the street and fight these other little boys or whatever that was our age. I don't know how often that was, but that happened a lot. So anyways, through the years, I really didn't fight a lot. I remember one of my first little tussles was in like 3rd grade. My partner, Sal, he got into it with this dude named, and I'm gonna say names because it's old, Desmond Williams. He got into it, and I saw him at the playground. I ran over there, and then I pushed him. I pushed him off my friend or whatever. He was like, "Oh, that's all you do is push." And I don't know. It just ran through my mind. All I do is push. Before I knew it, I reached back, hit him in his mouth, and I had him in a headlock, but I couldn't punch no more because one of our PE teachers was old as hell, Miss Vasquez. I still remember her name. I went to Shields. Miss Vasquez, I guess, ran over there and grabbed me or whatever. You know, I was in 3rd grade, so I was light, so she handled me. And then we both went to the ISS, and I remember Miss Shelton. Is it Miss Shelton? I think it was Miss Shelton. Yeah, Miss Shelton was taking us, and then she gave me my first little black talk. She was like, "This is exactly what they want us to do, whatever. They want us fighting each other." Talking about black people, right? So, anyways, and then so that was 3rd grade. Middle school, I got into a couple scuffles. One was in the football locker room. The other one was with this other dude named Skylar. Damn, I don't know what his last name was. Some white boy. Stocky white boy. And then we really didn't fight. That was associated with my brother. They was about to get into it, and then I walked in and I said something slick, and then we basically wrestled to the ground, and then I didn't punch him because I was trying not to get in that much trouble. But I still ended up getting in trouble, so I should have. And then, oh, what's up, Brandon? And so I went to ISS. High school, I got in a couple fights. I really didn't do nobody too bad because those was, again, associated with my brother. He got into it with somebody, and then so he basically was going to fight after football practice. And then so after football practice, I heard his friend talking about, "Oh, well, if his brother jump in, I'm going to jump in," which I wasn't going to jump in at all. Yeah, they don't know. I'm going to let them know. I'm giving them a brief little rundown. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna do high school, after high school, too. And then after high school is when it really got bad. But anyways, so I was like, all right, I'm ready. So as soon as him and my brother swung, I jumped in there because I knew his friend was going to jump in there. And then basically, long story short, me and my brother ended up switching who we were supposed to have fought. And I was beating the dude under his little backstop or whatever. And then Broderick beat up his dude, of course. And then what else? Oh, but before that, in high school, sophomore year, we had a little incident happen. It was my brother and my cousins got involved in the parking lot. And then I didn't go out there in time. So what happened, most people who know me know what happened or whatever to my brother. He got his cheek split open. And then when I saw my brother's cheek split open, I told him that would never happen again in life. And from that moment on, it just changed me. Like, anytime any altercation was coming on, like, I knew I just had to beat the fuck out of, and excuse my language, beat the hell out of whoever was in front of me, try to do harm to my family or to myself, friends, whatever. So that snapped something in me. And then so, all right, so after high school, I was talking to, I'm not going to say her name. I was talking to this girl, and her baby daddy had an issue with me. Well, I'm going to say names. I ain't going to say the girl name. I'm going to say the dude name. Fuck him. So Lamar Williams, bitch ass. I was talking to his baby mama, and he got upset because, they just had a baby or whatever, blah, blah, blah. So he thought I was trying to be stepdaddy, all this other shit. Long story short, he wanted to talk to me. He thought I was scared of him because he's supposed to be this little crip. Right, you already know, Christian. So he's supposed to be this little crip, and I saw him fight in action in high school or whatever, so I was not worried about it because I don't bar none. So anyways, he wanted to talk to me, the girl said, and I was talking to him. I walked up on him, and he was like, back up, you too close. Like he trying to check me. I was like, okay, Lamar, and I backed up. And he was like, I don't want you holding my daughter. I don't want you blah, blah, blah. Give a little rundown. I said, look, I don't care about none of that. And then he was like, I guess it threw him off. He was like, okay, dismiss. Like, you're trying to check me. I said, okay, Lamar. And I walked back inside. Long story short, they going back and forth. And I hear him say, oh, no, because he's going to call the cops. He's going to call the cops. Like, I'm scared. I said, I poked my head out the door. And I said, nigga, ain't nobody about to call no damn cops. He was like, go back in the house. I said, nigga, or else what? Keep in mind, he holding the baby, which was like, I think 6 months at the time. So he holding her. Next thing I know, he swung at me. So the hit didn't hurt. I was just surprised that he swung at me, right? So I was like, so after I got myself together, because I ain't go off on him because he's holding the baby. So after I got myself together, I said, give her the baby. And he was like looking like he didn't know. I said, nigga, give her the baby. He gave her the baby. When I say I unloaded on this nigga, I hit him about 3 times. And keep in mind, this was when I was at Blend, so I was on the weights hard. That's the heaviest I ever been. I was 176, hard body. Christian could back me up on that shit. Charles too. Y'all see me around that time. So I hit him about 3 times, and this nigga tried to wrestle me. He tried to wrestle me. Which everybody know, worst case scenario, if I can't get you on these hands, which I can, wrestling is last resort, and I could dog the fuck out you, right? Excuse my language again. So, anyways, so he tried to wrestle me. We tried to do that for a nigga. I was a running back. So I grabbed him. I picked him up off the ground. Nigga, his feet was in the air. And I slammed him inside. And then I'm trying to push myself off of him. Next thing I know, I feel like a bite, like on my shoulder, I think. And I think you can still see the mark. I don't know. You probably still see the bite mark. I was like, you supposed to be a little grip that everybody's supposed to be scared of, and you trying to bite. So anyways, I put my knees on his arms, pinned him down. I said, hit him. Boom, bitch, don't bite. Boom, bitch, don't bite, right? So anyways, long story short, I ended up letting him go. And then he was wobbling out and shit, and blah, blah, blah. I knocked his grill out of his mouth, all that shit. So, I remember, so around that time, I had to turn the car back on because I thought it was a little cool outside. So anyways, word got around quick about that fight because you know it's Victoria. 5 minutes went by. Somebody called on my phone or whatever, and I ain't trying to hear it. Then my cousin Brandon called my phone. I wasn't trying to listen to it. I already know he was about to ask a whole bunch of questions and shit. So I was like, yeah, Charles, I'm about to bring you back up in a minute. So Brandon sent me a message. And Brandon, out of all my cousins or whatever, Brandon is the one that I feel has the most legit hands. And I kind of patterned my fighting style after him, right? So he sent me a message after I ignored his call. He was like, nigga, you better call me back. It was going to be me and you. So I already know what that means. So I called him back. Like, nigga, what happened? Blah, 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 so shit. So word around town was this nigga went and lied and said, not only did he say I jumped him, he said it was me, my brother, and the girl brother jumped him. So I guess I did him pretty bad for him to be, exactly. I guess I did him pretty bad to be lying like that. And I've also found out over the years that he's just a habitual liar. So, anyways, that was that. And then I was talking to Charles. Charles was the first person I told about it or whatever. He was like, nigga, I can't believe. Nigga, I can't believe you know how to fight, nigga. You seem like a friendly ass nigga, which I am. I said, yeah, nigga, I am friendly. I said, I don't start no shit, but I will finish it or whatever. Because the part I left out was after I beat him up for a little bit, Lamar, I started choking him out. Here's the funniest part. And then he was like, this is exactly what he sounded like. He was like, let me go, bro. I can't breathe, bro. And then, shit. Well, I don't know. My bad. Hey, disregard the names because I forgot. I ain't trying to hear nobody get violated or no shit like that. Because I'm supposed to be this nigga Loke and shit. So, disregard. So, anyways. So, that was that. My name started getting around a little bit in Victoria for that fighting shit for that. And then, couple years. Oh, yeah, probably a year or so after that, we got into a fight at Whataburger. And then, it was me. It was me, my brother, his partner Ricky, and Christian. So we go to Whataburger, right? Christian was in his fucking lifted truck, just got them fucking LED lights. Car full of niggas, with the shit. So he pulled in front of the Whataburger, go all the way to the back, and reverse in, right? And tell me why when he reversed in, there was these essays in his little beat up 4Runner or whatever. He had to like pull forward like right in back of them with them bright ass lights and then reverse into his spot. So I was already thinking to myself, this nigga Christian doing too much. You already know essays be staring too much. So we walked past them and they looking, but they don't say shit. So I was like, okay. We get to the door. And then I hear from behind me, oh, you got a problem, motherfucker? And then it's Ricky start talking shit to one of the essays or whatever. And I was like, oh, shit. So I turn around or whatever. I get in between them. And then I saw that they're not trying to do nothing because it was like four or five of them. So I saw they're not trying to do nothing, right? And then so I said, hey, don't worry about it because they not trying to do shit. So I turn around. Next thing I know, I had my hand on Ricky's chest. Ricky like pushed past me and punched somebody. So I'm like, oh shit, we in it now. So Ricky on top of somebody, Broderick on top of somebody, and then I'm just basically making sure nobody jump in on them, holding them back or whatever. So next thing I know, the person that I'm holding back, he looked like he wanted to jump in. And I told him, don't do it. Next thing I know, he tried to run in. So I like push him. And no lie, he fell like straight on the ground, didn't even brace himself. He got up, face was all bleeding and shit. I was like, oh shit. So I throw my shit up, I'm ready to fight. He don't want to fight. So I was like, this dude. I said, I don't know how the fuck people are built like this. So anyways, Broderick fighting somebody. Ricky's still fighting somebody. So now I'm looking to get in some shit. One of the dudes that was fighting Broderick tried to like put him in some kind of a UFC hold, right? Broderick was on top of him, but he tried to like wrap his legs around Broderick's arm or some shit. So I run over there, boom, hit him on the ground, right? He let go of Broderick. And then some other people try to run in. So I go off to the side. Next thing I know, there's a girl, Broderick beating some dude up. And then there's a girl hitting Broderick on top of her head. And I was like, somebody grab that bitch. And I think Christian ended up moving the girl out the way, and then somebody trying to run in or Broderick, and I jumped on top of him, started wearing his ass out, paused, and then so that was it. And then we left, right? I always see cops up there at Whataburger. And then there was not a cop in sight, which I'm glad, because we for sure would have went to jail. And then so we talking about the fight and shit, and then Christian, giving a play-by-play on the fight. And then he was saying what was going on. He was like, oh, and Roderick, I heard you hitting a nigga or whatever time. You got some heavy-ass hands, nigga. I said, right. So, all right, so that was about 2014, I think, right? So, all right. So after that, um, I think it was like a year after that, my brother was at a party with my friend Kenny, and I wasn't there or whatever. And then I think my other cousin Chris, who passed away, God rest his soul. I miss my nigga, dog. Anyways, his friend was there. Somebody tried to jump him, and then Broderick gonna confirm. So somebody tried to jump him, and Broderick got in and or whatever, blah blah blah. So supposedly they were supposed to have got jumped, right? So, and I felt bad about it because I was supposed to have met him at that party, but I ended up going somewhere else with Trey ass. We went to another party, and then so Broderick called me late that night. Oh nigga, what happened? Blah blah blah. I got jumped. Blah blah blah. So shit. And I thought he was lying, right? So come to find out, he really did get jumped. He had like his eye was swollen a little bit, nothing bad. He got jumped by some weak niggas. I come to find out, so they really didn't do him bad. So I was like, okay, I found out who it was. It was, I forgot what his name was. Chris something from, I think his name was Chris something from Bloomington, right? So we ended up going to, Brandon Scott had a fucking party way out there in the fucking boonies, right? We chilling. And out of nowhere, I forgot who came up to Broderick and was like, hey, that dude Chris here, blah, blah, blah. And then, hey, I'm getting to that. That's my college stuff, Charles. You spilling the beans. And then, so, word get around that the dude is there, right? So I'm like, I'm ready. So Broderick not trying to get straight to it. He trying to see who I with him or whatever, just to see. I said, fuck all that. I said, I'm ready to go. It was me, Broderick, and my cousin Tevin was with me. So, we had kind of left the party to try to see who he was all with, blah, 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 such shit. And then we tried to walk back. Then when we walked back in the party, we couldn't find him. So I was like, oh, shit. Somebody probably told him we was here and he tried to leave. So we walking back where all the cars are parked. Keep in mind, it's fucking pitch black. Country as hell, can't see shit, right? So we paced the parking lot like twice. Couldn't see him. It was like, oh, this bitch ass nigga love. Tell me why. I think it was like meant to be. I think God wanted us to beat his ass. We didn't jump him. Keep that in mind. We don't do that jump shit. What's up, Wiley? What's up, Ricky? There you go. And then, so keep in mind, we about to go back to the party. I was like, all right, well, let's go get on these hoes then. Soon as I had that thought, a car door opened. And you know how when the car door opened, the light come on, right? So I look in the car and I recognize this, that one dude we was looking for, right? So Broderick run up on the car, start punching the dude or whatever. And he's with the dude that got out the car first. He took off running, and then shit. I'm just giving a little rundown, man, how this beast came at me. And then so we gave him a little. Oh, so he left, and then he had somebody else with him, right? So Broderick fighting that dude, and then his friend with him. His friend kind of short, but he looked. What's up, Ricky? His friend kind of short, but he's stocky, right? Come to find out, his name was something Leal from Port Lavaca, right? So I'm waiting on him, right? Next thing I know, he tried to run in and help his friend. As soon as he run in, boom. And so so I'm thinking he gonna try to tackle me or some shit, right? Next thing I know, he this dude take off running. So I was like, fuck that. I went chasing him, caught him, picked him up, dumped him on the ground, hit him a few times. He tried to run again, picked him up. That Whataburger night though. Hey, I had just talked about that Whataburger. You're gonna have to go back and watch it. So second time I slammed him, he took off again towards the party. So I was like, I'm not about to keep chasing this dude. I was like, let me go check back up on Broderick. So Broderick's still beating that dude up or whatever. He tried to run. And then so now we kind of crowded up over him. But keep in mind, we still don't do that jumping shit. That jump shit weak. So he kept trying to run from Broderick. I guess Broderick a little tired at this time. All the adrenaline and shit. Because he been waiting to get his ass for a while. And then you can't see your face. You can't see me? Hold on. Let me fix the camera. Hold on. What the fuck is that? Hold on, I'm trying to fix this camera real quick. Can y'all see me? Hey, what's up, Mike? Can y'all see my face? Y'all put a thumbs up if y'all can see my face. I can see. All right, good. Now we can see you had the angle wrong. My bad. So dude's still trying to run. I said, "Nigga, get over here." He was like, "No." I said, "Bring your bitch ass over here." And then he came over there. And then I was like, what happened? I said, "Look." I said, "Now you see what happened when when Big Brother over here," talking about me, right? I said, "Y'all jumped my brother last time because I wasn't there." And I said, "I wish some more of your friends was here because I beat the fuck out of them too. So the next time you want to say nigga or some shit like that," I said, "I better not ever hear you say nigga or talk shit ever again. I'm gonna beat your ass." And I said, he kept backing up. I said, "Stand right here before I slap the fuck out you." And then I was talking reckless. I was hot. And then I said, "Get the fuck out of here," right? So that was that. So, I think nothing of it. I'm out of high school a few years already. Ain't nobody really too much keeping up with me no more. Next thing I know, somebody texted Broderick and was like, I think it was Holly. I think Holly sent Broderick a text saying, "Hey," I think his name was Caleb Leal, said, "Hey, your brother sent that dude to the hospital." Y'all the same age, you a couple minutes old. So I was like, I'm sorry, I had to look at that message, made me smile a little bit. Look. So he was like, "Hey, your brother sent that dude to the hospital." I'm like, "Oh shit," cause I know I be throwing them hoes, right? But this is when I'm starting to realize how much power I got behind my shit. So I said, "Damn." So I'm like, "Oh well, what did he?" I said, "Well, what did he need like done to him or whatever?" So she sent Broderick a picture of him. He had to get his lip like stitched back up because it like split like this way or whatever. And I saw that shit, I was like, "Damn." I said, "I do be throwing them hoes. That's crazy." So I was like, okay. So after that, people started following me on Twitter, all this other stuff. "Hey, was that you that beat up so and so?" and all this other shit. And then so I was like, "Yeah, that was me." Some girl groupies and shit like that or whatever. So word started spreading around a little bit more. So I was like, all right. But keep in mind, I say all this because even though I can fight, I do not look to start no shit at all. People who know me know that that's not what I get into. I'll shut some shit down, but I don't try to go out and look for fight. So after that, I went to California, right, to go play football. I was out there with Irvin. Long story short, we got into it. We ended up being like in the middle of a damn street. It's literally legit 15 people surrounding us trying to jump us. And it's just me, Irvin, my partner Mike from Cali, and my used to be partner from South Carolina. So we out there, we sticking and moving and shit, blah, blah, blah. And then a damn cop car come, everybody scatter and all this other shit. But I remember the faces who was trying to jump me, right? So I was like, fuck class tomorrow. If I see one of them niggas, it's on. So I see one of them before school start. I said, "Hey, so what's up? Y'all trying to be on that bitch shit, trying to jump?" I said, "I'm from Texas. We don't do that jump shit." I said, "So we can set it up right now, just me and you." And then he tried to, I already knew he was scared, but his friend walked up on him and then made him like go and look around the corner and shit to see if anybody else was with us. I said, "There ain't nobody else with me except for my partner right here." I said, "Like I told you, I'm from Texas. We don't do that bullshit." They was from Florida, right? Some weak ass dreadhead niggas, right? So long story short, we ended up like, all right, we gonna set it up. We gonna go to our partner Pick House. Tell me why me and Irvin and the other dude is with Ross pull up to the house. We hey, this all real shit, so I can remember it. It happened to me. So we ride into the house. That's when that was happening. By oh, hi, Miss Cindy. I'm just getting in the story about when me and Irvin got to that shit in California. So we ride in Irvin Challenger, about to go fight. And then that's when that was happening came out or whatever. So that's Irvin and Broderick shit. We know if we go to a party or anything, not to play no Webby and don't play no Boosie because they be starting it up. So that was his shit to get him hyped. But then that Don't Like was out. That Chief Keef, that Don't Like. But Lil Wayne verse was out. That's when that's when Dedication 5, I think, was out. So I told him to play that. So we both hyped. We get out the house. The same 15 dudes I was there the night before was at the house, but we didn't care. I was just so hot. I was like, I don't care if I get jumped. These niggas gonna feel me or whatever. So we go out there in the street. We square up. And this dude holding his hands like this. Both his hands like this. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm about to knock his ass out. So I think it might have been the first punch I throw. He tried to throw a left. I tap it down with my right hand, and I hit him in his chin. Soon as I hit him, he dropped, right? So Irvin was watching me and recording. So I hop on top of him. He was a running back. He was a little stocky. And at this point in time, I was out of shape. So I wasn't used to fighting without that little extra weight on me, right? So he kind of was able to knock me from off top of him, right? So next thing I know, I'm on the floor. He tried to stand over me. You know, I got my guard up or whatever. He trying to hit me. I said, you ain't hitting shit. You ain't hitting shit, right? So I was thinking, I was like, damn. I was like, how am I gonna get him off me? And I thought about it. I was like, this dude got dreads. I said, I ain't trying to do no pulling hair shit. I was like, but these niggas tried to jump me last night. I was like, fuck, dude. So I pulled his dreads down, right? Pull his dreads down, hop back on top of him, wearing them out. Boom, 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 boom. So wearing them out, right? And then the next thing you know, they're like, oh, let him up, let him up. So I let him up, face all bleeding and shit and blah, blah, blah. And it was like, all right, y'all. He was like, everybody that was over there besides me and Irvin was from like the East Coast. They was from Florida and shit. So they was like, oh, let him up. They was like, let him up, let him up. And they was like straight up talking about just box. I said, okay, we could box. And he didn't want to do shit, right? So I said, exactly. I said, this is what the fuck I thought. I said, you got a Texas ass whooping, right? I was hot. I was so live. So anyways, long story short, somebody ended up calling out my friend that we was with. And then they start fighting. And then keep in mind, we in a cul-de-sac. So cop car pull up. Cop car pull up. Everybody scattered like roaches. Me and Irvin in the car. And the dude that we was with, he was still fighting a little bit. So we was waiting on him. So we in the car. They take off. We can't go nowhere else because we in a cul-de-sac, right? So the cops pull up to the car. I'm like, oh, shit. I was like, we probably going to get a ticket or something. That's going to be it. Tell me why the cop hopped out that car, went up to the windshield. It was like, put your hands on the windshield with a gun, right? Aiming that shit. Irvin got the whole thing recorded, right? But when I dropped that dude, he put his phone in his pocket. So after that point in time, the only thing you could hear is the fight. You can't see nothing. So when the cop ran up on us and said, guns drawn, and was like, put your hands on the wheel, you can hear Irvin go, oh shit. Like, so nigga, I try to put my hands through that windshield, boy. I'm trying to make sure I ain't trying to get shot over nothing, right? So long story short, we ended up going to jail. We went to jail for what? Damn, we was in jail 3 days. Because the town we was in, a little small town, smaller than Edna. And they said they was real bad on trying to lock people up. So we ended up being in there 3 days. We thought we was going to get right out. Or like the COs or whatever the fuck you call them coming by us and was like, hey, what are y'all in for? Blah, blah, blah. It was like a fight. And they was like, y'all shouldn't be in here that long for a fight. And I was like, exactly. So they ended up letting me out or whatever. And then I was trying to call and get, I took my first ever mug shot. Me and Irvin was sitting in that holding cell for hours. We went in there probably like at 11 a.m., 12. And then we was trying to call and get bail money and shit till like 7 at night. So I tried to call my Uncle Anthony. He said he wasn't going for it. I wasn't going to call my mama because I didn't want her worrying. And I wasn't going to call Broderick because I didn't want him worrying either, right? So, I did that little time like a man, solid little 3 days. Did that. And then, so I got out, right? As soon as I got out, I was like, okay, good. My mom ain't find out about it. Broderick ain't find out about it. I'm good. As soon as I'm leaving, getting my clothes changed, the officer was like, hey, somebody wanted to call you. And I was like, who? He's like, he said he was your brother or something. And I was like, shit, how the fuck did he find out? So I got out or whatever. And then we tried to go back up to the campus. I guess we got like banned off campus or whatever. We walking around school, everybody looking at us crazy. Me and Irvin crazy. Like we just, because they told him the story. Like it was like 15 of them and they still was there. And the light-skinned one beat up Darren or whatever. So we was walking around the school. They was looking at us like we were just killers, man. Like, because people don't understand about Cali. Even though those dudes wasn't from Cali, like people in Cali, we was in northern Cali. So they like more laid back and kind of more soft type shit. So for me and Irvin to come over there and do that, hey, what's up, Jared? So for me and Irvin to come over there and do that, like they've never seen nothing like that. It was just like crazy shit. So that was that. And then what else? What's another incident I got into? If y'all know any other fights that y'all heard about me being in, let me know. What other fights did I get in? Oh, of course, I got into, remember when Alvaro, if you bring up that little basketball shot from Crane one more time, I'm going to see you. You better not live in Victoria no more. I'm going to fuck you up. You're going to be the next match I get into. So, okay, so the other day, matter of fact, recently, we ended up getting into it with some of our neighbors, right? Some of these essays. And I ain't gonna say who got into the first couple. Our neighbor ended up fighting this one dude. And then he ended up calling some more people there. And then the dude that came didn't want to fight or whatever. So I'm calling the dude out. So he don't want to come. So we about to go back inside. Long story short, it's raining and all this other stuff. So we about to go inside. Next thing you know, another car pull up. Some fat old Mexican dude. He at least 285, like sloppy, like 5'8", like sloppy as hell. Some of y'all trying to jump my brother, and all this other shit. I said, ain't nobody jumping nobody. And then he was like, oh, what's up then? And I see he's holding something in his hand, right? And it looked like it's like a box cutter, something like that, right? So he was talking about he went to the pen and all this other shit. So I'm really thinking like he probably. Oh, I'm outside of Shell. I was making some money a while ago, so I just parked so I could say this real quick. And then so he had I'm in the car. So next thing I know, what happened? Yeah, sloppy as hell, boy. So next thing I know, I said, what you got in your hand? He was like, El Maiden, when you dropped the big ass dude when he got out the car. No, that was Irvin. You talking about when he hit that was Savannah ex-boyfriend or whatever. Yeah, that was Irvin. I can't get no credit for that one. And then so anyways, he was like, oh, it's a vape pen or some shit. So I was like, all right. He was talking some more. And then next thing I know, I couldn't see it. So I thought he did one of the little penitentiary tricks, like put it up somewhere. I said, empty your pockets. And then he emptied his pockets or whatever. Shit, what'd he do that for? So we in the street. I'm squaring up or whatever. So he swing. I think I throw like 2 punches real quick. And then he tried to grab me. So as soon as he tried to grab me, I put this arm up, right? I'm trying to demonstrate by holding this. I put this arm up, right? And I punch him 3 quick times. Boom, boom, boom. And before I even throw that 4th one, I guess he was already falling. So he fell. And then, so, his other friends tried to rush in and all this other stuff. And then that went how it went, right? He got up. and he was limping and stuff. So talk about winning district and out the relays. I was off weight. So the dude got up and he limping and shit, right? So my neighbor told me when I hit him, he fell like so awkwardly because he fell back. But how my neighbor described it was, you know how when people do the jerk, you know how sometimes when they put their knee on their other knee and then drop down, like do that pretzel shit and then pop up, they say he fell like that. So my neighbor had me laughing, talking about, yeah, that nigga felt like he was doing a pin drop challenge and all this other shit, right? Because they never seen me fight before. But everybody who see me fight, they know it's like, they know what's up. And then he was like, Rod, I can't believe you dropped him like that. Talking about, you only threw like 4 punches. And I told him, I said, K, I told you, Trey already be talking about it or whatever because he seen me in action. But I was like, nigga, I be throwing these hoes. And then, so the dude was walking up to us trying to fight again or whatever. He was like, I said, dude, go somewhere, man. Yeah. And then I said, yeah, heavy hands. Exactly. Yeah, that's what Christian called him. He said, heavy hands. So I told him, I said, dog, I said, man, it's over with, man. I said, you gonna have your brother out here fighting all day or whatever. I said, I got a brother myself. I said, do you love your brother? You want your brother out here fighting niggas all day? I said, come on, man. He was like, oh, you smiling and shit like you did something or whatever. Yeah, he said, you were smiling like you did something or whatever. Talking about, you got a lucky hit and I fell. I said, nah, he said, you got a lucky hit and I slipped. And I was thinking in my mind, but I didn't want to agitate stuff back up because he was talking about shooting or whatever or some bitch shit. And then so I said, nah, these hands made you slip. And then so I was like, dog, just go somewhere, man. He was like, yeah, you think you did something, smiling and stuff. I said, man, just go somewhere, man. It's over with, dog. So with all that being said, this is my first time putting on the gloves. Probably won't be the last. I think it would be exciting. It's gonna be a little change of pace. Yeah, it's gonna be a little change of pace, but I'm ready to be there. I'm gonna put on the show. Exactly, it does run in the family. It's genetics. Since we was pups, they was getting our hands right or whatever. Oh, and one thing that helped us fight too, and helped me fight. One thing is I don't like my face getting touched. So that block game is live. That weave game is live. Because I don't like my face getting touched. Because, I mean, I like this chocolate staying sexy how it is. So, damn, what was I about to say? Oh, yeah. So, but it's going to be with the gloves. We got headgear. I'm mad we got headgear or whatever. Because I really want to knock somebody out. And I think that headgear stuff is, might prevent that a little bit. How much shit Brandon get us in? Let me see. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna try to drop him. Like, I ain't playing no games or whatever. Like, it's just like when I was playing football, my thing used to be, hey, Coach Finley, if you wanna run some plays and shit or whatever, or triculate the ball down the field, go ahead. But if you wanna get off the field, get that bitch to me, and I'm a dip. All I need is one time to touch that bitch and I'm gone. So anyway, that's just like with fighting. And I've been watching Gervonta Davis lately, and he hit hard, like, and I think I kind of got a little bit of my game from him, my mentality from him, because I told people I really don't throw a lot of punches, but when I hit you, if you don't drop, like you gonna for sure feel me. It's gonna throw you off. So, and that's how he said he fight or whatever. And I just really like his style. He ain't scared of shit. He'll fight anybody. He just went up in weight class or whatever. The dude taller than him. He ain't worried about none of that shit. And he fight on the 26 too. So if my match ain't going on, I'm gonna try to see that going on too or whatever. But if y'all go and watch Gervonta Davis, I'm telling you, like, that's how I feel. I hit hard, like for real. Oh yeah, and in a match, if I have time to try to agitate him a little bit, you know, do some cocky shit. For y'all youngsters, y'all might not know, but everybody my age or older, Roy Jones used to do that, like, you know, that little bob and shit to try to get you to swing and shit. So if I do any of that, that's from him. It's not that much time. We doing 3 rounds for 2-minute fights or whatever. So I might not have too much time to just play around, but I'm gonna try to knock his damn head off. I ain't even gonna lie to you. But yeah, other than that, y'all, I heard that they streaming the fight. I'm trying to get some people to record it too. But yeah, y'all come out, and I think they voting on the fights and shit too. So I think they voting on the fight too. So y'all make sure y'all vote for me. You know, all this other shit. I'm gonna put it down for Victoria. I got to. And for the Gerties, the Franklins, the Johnsons, everybody in Victoria, all my family. Warren, of course. So, hey, I'm like the dude said who's starting up the fight. Hey, Warren is ready to put on the show, and I'm gonna do it for the East. Y'all fuck with me.